Hello and welcome to We the People. One of the country's premier universities, the Jawaharlal Nehru University, or JNU as we all know it, is now virtually a political battlefield. As politicians from all parties now descend on campus, the debate around the arrest of its student union leader, its student union president, is escalating. Today, as you can see in these pictures, both teachers and students took to protesting by forming a human chain. The controversy has escalated after the Home Minister Rajnath Singh has claimed that the Laskhar chief Hafiz Saeed, one of India's most wanted men who is of course operating with impunity in Pakistan, has been backing the students who are opposing the government and the police crackdown. The opposition has slammed the Home Minister for his comments, saying that he must prove them, or he must admit that perhaps, just perhaps, the Home Minister made those comments based on a fake parody Twitter handle that has since then, by the way, been eliminated and deleted from Twitter. Over the next 60 minutes, what we're going to ask is whether the government's reaction has been measured or has it been immature. Nobody is really here to debate whether anti-India slogans are good or bad. We all say they're wrong. But after that, what? How has the government handled this? Has the government gone into overdrive, overreaction, and possibly immaturity? And has the campus now become a proxy political war? Also, do we still need a law on sedition that was first given to us by the British in 1860? Is this sedition law needed in the India of 2016? Many questions to put to our very eminent and diverse panel today. But first, let me get started by going across to CPM leader. If we can bring him up on the screen. CPM leader Sitaram Yechury. Mr. Yechury's party headquarters in Delhi today were also at the receiving end of graffiti. That graffiti included saying Pakistanis should go home. And this is the other problem. The first thing you're told these days when you are part of a discourse that is not the dominant discourse is that somehow you're Pakistani and you should leave India. Mr. Yechury, you were among the politicians who met with the Home Minister. Now comes the claim that it is Hafiz Saeed who's backing the students who are, of course, under fire from the BJP. How do you see the Home Minister's comments on Hafiz Saeed, and did he make a mention of this when you met him?
Well, it's now become clear that what the Home Minister is talking about is a fake Twitter account. Now, we have asked the Home Minister, if you have any concrete evidence, please share it with us. We said anybody who takes any anti-national position, act on them according to the law of the land. And we passed very stringent laws in the Parliament after 26/11, and therefore those laws must be applied.
Yes.
So instead of making allegations like this and on the basis of such allegations swooping down on a university,
right.
I mean, that is not something that is acceptable.
But Sitaram, you just said that anti-national comments are not acceptable. But the fact is that apart from the larger debate on whether Afzal Guru should have been executed or not, there were also slogans against India. Now, the question for me then becomes, does the right to dissent include the right to not just question but even reject the state?
No, the point is, if there are such things, even that is under dispute. There's been another video recording that has gone viral,
yes,
saying that all this was stage managed.
Yes.
So what are we saying? You investigate into it, prove these charges on the basis of the law that we have in our country, and then take the action.
Yes.
But why are you surmising things, and on that basis,
yes,
you're creating a combing operation in a university, which is very reminiscent of the emergency when we were all students there. This is exactly what this government is doing, using an excuse, a pretext to carry out their political agenda.
Yes.
And that agenda is to divert the country's attention and the people from the pressing problems that they are facing. This government has made a mess of the economy, made a mess of our foreign policy, made the lives of our people more miserable. in order to divert that attention, this is their method
But-
of sharpening communal polarization.
Okay, now the BJP...
So that people's attention is not focused on their failures.
Well, as soon as we finish talking to you, the BJP will get an opportunity to react to that. But just very quickly, you said there's a dispute over who raised the pro-Pakistan slogans. And I know that the left student bodies are saying the ABVP planted people, the ABVP saying that video is edited. I know all of that. But Sita, there is no dispute over the fact that the posters that were distributed at this event, named actually after an Agha Shahid poem, The Country Without a Post Office, most people not familiar with this very famous Kashmiri poet. What is your party's position per se on the fact that the poster actually refers to Kashmir as an occupied territory? That's clearly a political position that these students were taking, and that is not in dispute.
What is our party's position? It's been known for decades. We are the party, we have been very clearly saying that Kashmir is an integral part of India. And we are saying this is a problem that needs to be solved.
Yes.
Politically, administratively, and in all the methods that
Yes.
are available.
But
No, on that, what is the question of our position?
No, what
our
I mean-
position is well known
No,
before the country,
that-
and both in the parliament and outside.
that was not my question.
So what are these questions about what is our position?
No, my
on that?
question was not on your position on Jammu and Kashmir, but on the slogans per se, because there are many people who believe that Afzal Guru should not have been executed, including the National Conference and the PDP. So I was asking you about that.
Well,
Yes, go ahead.
BJP is sharing power in Kashmir, or was sharing power in Kashmir, is in government in Kashmir,
Yes.
with a political party that openly opposed that execution.
Yes.
Ask them. Ask them what are they doing. Yes,
I will do that.
There is an opinion in the country which says abolish your death sentence.
Yes.
So there is that opinion. The Law Commission of India has recommended abolition of the death sentence.
Yes.
So these are issues that need to be debated and decided upon, no?
Okay, but this phrase anti-national, you see, the debate has also become anti-national versus hyper-national. You've had leaders of the BJP like Subramaniam Swamy who've previously described the JNU as a den of anti-national activity. I just want to ask you, how do you see this label anti-national in the context of JNU? What do you believe is actually going on here before we open it up for the panel?
Obviously, it has become a camouflage. I mean, it has become a camouflage for all other types of campaigns. The running thread of all this and why JNU is targeted is because the attempt and effort of the RSS, and this government is only the political arm of the RSS, was and remains that they want to convert the secular democratic republic of modern India into their conception of a rabidly intolerant, fascistic Hindu Rashtra. For that, they require to alter our history, our syncretic civilizational advance. And that is why targeting institutions of higher education is a priority for them.
All right, those are very,
And
very...
JNU is the foremost in that target.
Those are very strong words. Quick comments there from Sitaram Yechuri. Framing the debate, I'll take that straight to Nalin Kohli. Thank you, Sitaram Yechuri. Nalin, that the real motive here is not about nationalism or anti-nationalism, as it were. This is about converting India, I'm quoting him, into a fascist Hindu Rashtra. I just want to ask you this, Nalin. You're a lawyer, so you don't need me to tell you that even the Supreme Court said that something is seditious only when it incites
1962.
violence. Yes. Kedarnath. You know that
you want me to quote you then?
No.
I can quote you cases
no,
after cases.
but I think I've also done my homework. So we know that in 1962...
I'm only telling you that we both have done our homework.
All right. So for the benefit of our viewers, Kedarnath Singh versus State of Bihar, 1962. It's only
Read the critical
sedition
line.
when
Yes.
it is disturbance of law and order or incitement to violence. What do you think happened here? And let me be
Just
provocative.
one sentence.
Okay.
Only on the Kedarnath.
Okay. Yes.
It was also a challenge on the constitutional validity of 124A, which is sedition. Was that provision held to be unconstitutional? No, it wasn't held to be unconstitutional. Therefore, let's stop all emotions. That's my request. Let's stop all the political stuff for a moment.
Okay.
Let's look at this only on facts.
Okay.
Let's go beyond the facts and let people decide, one by one. The Constitution gives us the right for freedom of speech, Article 19(1)(a).
Yeah.
But they also
With reasonable
are
restrictions.
reasonable restrictions,
Yes.
Article 19(2).
Yes.
That was the first amendment in the constitution was expanding the scope of reasonable restrictions way back in 1951, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, that you have to have a limit to free speech. That's how our constitutional scheme is. There's no dispute about it. From the constitutional scheme comes the legal framework in terms of laws, of which one specific is provision in the IPC sedition, which was challenged and the constitutional validity has been held. It's not been held. Now let's come to the situation here.
Yeah.
In this current situation, is it disputed that these slogans did not take place? Kashmir ki azadi tak jang rahegi, Bharat ki barbadi tak.
The pro-Pakistan slogans are disputed.
That's my concern starts from here, which is critical. Bharat ki barbadi tak. So now you are actually saying you want the destruction of India, or you aspire to that, and you claim a provision of the constitution in free speech. If the destruction of India is there, it's the destruction of the constitutional secular state of India.
Let me put you a political question.
So let's go one by one.
Yeah. So
No,
what
because
is
Mr.
what
Sitaram-
is A in dispute is whether the student union leader who's been arrested actually raised any of these slogans.
I'm coming
He
to that
says,
last.
1 minute.
I will
He
come.
says he did not. A. So that's about him.
Well, I haven't.
That's
it
about
is a
him.
matter to be
That's
proved.
about him, the individual. In fact, the last speech he made spoke about how he has full faith in the Indian Constitution. He quoted Ambedkar,
Right.
the architect of the Constitution. So that's about him, the individual. But let me push this further.
Finish it, because I have a few points.
Okay, very briefly. Is this really? Some students have raised anti-India slogans. They have spoken about Kashmir as a dispute. That is their political position. 1 minute. 1 minute. As disturbing or as offensive as those slogans may be. Is this the priority for the Home Minister, that he should tweet saying that I am asking my police commissioner to take immediate action? Are these students really the biggest national security threat we have? That for
How
one
do we know?
week-
How can you pass a comment?
Let me
finish.
speak.
Let
I'll
me
give you.
finish.
I'll give you your.
How
opportunity.
can we know for sure?
Hafiz Saeed?
How can you know?
Hafiz Saeed, based
I will
on
come.
a
So
Twitter
therefore,
parody?
you need to give me 120 seconds. No
Okay,
more.
120
So
seconds.
therefore, by the watch.
Yeah.
Exactly. I pointed out the constitutional
Yeah.
scheme.
Yeah.
These comments have taken place.
Yeah.
They are recorded. The first question is, how is it an institution? This is not a fight against JNU. This is a fight against those who have this kind of a mindset. So the teachers, no one found out that there was such a mindset developing. It's a dangerous mindset. These people were able to come out and do this openly. No one prevented it. No one in the administration there, and none of the students felt the need that we should inform the police and stop it. When it happens, the police comes in. You say this is the creation of a fascist state in Luton's Delhi. That the concept of India is being seen. Now let's come. Has she ever said Bharat ki barbadi?
No, but she said Afzal Guru should not have been
hold on. So
executed.
that is the
Justice
debate.
A.P. Shah said Afzal Guru should
That
not be
is a
executed.
debate on capital punishment.
No, they
one
believe
minute, hold
that
on.
there were question
It is
marks
a
on the
debate
particular
on
case, and
a debate
and those
on
questions were
capital
raised.
punishment, which, as he pointed out, for example,
Mehbooba
I stand
did
on
not
this
position
side
it as a
that
debate
capital
of capital
punishment should be there.
punishment.
Mr. Yechuri may stand on the side that it shouldn't be there. We can debate
Okay,
about it.
let's open it
So
up.
therefore,
Let's
my
open it
final
up.
comment is,
Okay,
in all of this,
Ajay.
including Hafiz Saeed, and let's come to Kanhaiya, the
Yes.
exact thing. You are investigating it. If that investigation proves he's innocent, the Home Minister said, so be it, the
Ajay.
person will be out.
Ajay, Rahul
But you can't
Gandhi-
say he's innocent in the context till the investigation is on.
Let me now open. When Rahul Gandhi was at the JNU campus, he actually drew comparisons
Oh,
with
sorry, one sentence.
Well, you
only.
can respond to
No,
him.
no, no,
Now you can
on Rahul, because I
respond to
forgot.
him. Rahul
I
Gandhi
just
gets-
forgot. No,
Nalin gets very
no.
excited, so let me
You
respond.
said something incorrect. No, not Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi doesn't excite me. He's your
He really
excitement.
excites him.
He's not.
He really excites him.
He's not. So, just one point. Ajoy, and we can disagree on that forever. So, just as a
You told
point.
Rahul Gandhi and
I mean,
Indore.
yeah,
No.
there's a serious issue here. Now you guys stop it.
Just one thing. You
one
said
sentence.
all political parties went there. I stand to clarify.
No,
the BJP has
no
not
RSS.
gone there. The BJP could have gone there. The union ministers could have gone, including Smriti Irani. We are not politicizing it. Everybody else.
But this is
Barkha,
okay. Now
lots of
one
students
second.
from outside are coming, lots of-
Gaurav, you're with the ABVP. The BJP has just had its say. I think we must allow some other points of view, and we'll come back to you. Ajoy, go ahead. Rahul Gandhi reaches there. He draws comparisons with Hitler. Is the Congress also not just jumping, wading in, trying to seek political mileage? Where is the Hitler? Who is the Hitler? What did he mean? When you back the students, what are you backing? Are you backing that free speech should also, and let's put this out there as a question, should free speech include, or should the right to dissent include also to say I reject the Indian state? Some people would argue it does. So I'm curious to know, when Rahul Gandhi went there, what was he defending?
Okay, so the Bharatiya Janata Party and the RSS and their groups would continuously try to mislead. We have repeatedly said that any statement made against the country, those anti-national statements,
Yes.
people's action should be taken.
Yes.
Now look at the Delhi police and their efficiency. They find out that this Kanhaiya guy is the only guy. They have a CD which comes on later, and the speech you must have heard on the constitution, his commitment to constitution was probably something even the minister should hear, because the way they speak in the parliament against the fundamentals of this constitution. The other issue is using the state. Here is the sub-inspector of police who takes the cognizance of this offence, goes and files an FIR. You have the Home Minister, Smriti Irani ji, comes out of an RSS function and immediately says Bharat Mata ki baat mein. Changes the whole narrative as if the whole of JNU. First question is, you're trying to paint the whole of this JNU as the groups of 20 guys, 30 guys, 40 guys. There are around 50,000 students in JNU. Now what? No, one second, let me finish. You want to destroy this institution because you have a different narrative to say? Hyderabad University, IIT Delhi. I'll give you an interesting. IIT Delhi, they wanted to show a movie. You took action against them. Non-vegetarian IIT Delhi.
But you haven't answered my question. What is the Congress' particular position on this crackdown?
Our position is that why are you going into the hostel, going to college? What would have been the normal thing? The Vice Chancellor would initiate an inquiry. You rusticate students. You suspend students. There's a sensible ways of dealing with this. And suddenly on 124.
That is a fair question.
No, one second. On 124. And what is interesting about 124? It's still in this statute. Nobody's ever been convicted in this country on 124 ever. Right from the time of independence.
In fact, may I remind Nalin that even after Indira Gandhi's assassination, when slogans were actually raised that were very inflammatory, the Supreme Court acquitted them and never found them guilty of sedition.
Therefore, read the language of 124A. What we are doing is we are passing a comment. Sorry.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
We are passing a comment on basis. What is the process? There will be a FIR. FIR will work on evidence, convictions on the basis of this. You can't falsely put it on this. In this particular case, now let me take a counter view.
I want to come to the Hafiz Saeed link.
Suppose this gentleman, anyone,
I want to bring up a Twitter grab. Just let me know when it's ready. I want to bring up a Twitter grab of how the Delhi police actually spoke, how this happened.
Before that, one sentence only, that suppose now there is somebody in link who's on the Bharat Ki Barbadi, among the 8, 10, 15, 20, 40 students, whoever were there, has a link that leads to, say, terrorist funds. Now, would that not amount to a clear case of sedition?
But
it has to be investigated.
One second, there are other people waiting to speak.
1 second.
Ajoy,
the face of terrorism.
We need it back.
If you look at a boy from Bihar, if you look at the family, father paralyzed, mother's Anganwadi worker, is that the face of terrorism in this country?
Barkha, here is a question he is raising about.
But can I ask you, Rakesh, a question? You are also a professor, and therefore this question is very pertinent to you. Ajoy raises one fair point, though he's not answered my point about Rahul Gandhi and the politicization yet, but one fair point. Why could it not be left to the university to determine how to handle this? The university administration could have decided who should have been acted against, who should not have been acted against. Do we really need to send police into campus to make students feel like the entire university is some den of criminals? The university should have enough autonomy to handle this.
Barkha,
why do we need to? Why do we need criminalization?
Barkha, there are two
Let him
things.
answer that.
One is indiscipline in the university campus. That is in the purview of the university authority.
Yes.
When someone inside the university challenging the sovereignty of the country, it is not under the Vice Chancellor's purview. It is under the Government of India. Second thing I want to say, Ajay Kumarji, where was Rahul Gandhi when 11 people charged sedition in Tamil Nadu on nuclear power project?
Tamil Nadu government.
No.
Where is Modi ji now? That's
I am quoting.
Look at this incident.
Let me complete. Don't intervene each other.
Rakesh ji,
Don't intervene. You have to prove your loyalty to
Ajoy, you will have your chance.
I have to complete. I have not intervened. Just think. When hundreds of the people arrested and 11 people were charged under sedition, where was Rahul Gandhi? There is an interview of the Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, then the Prime Minister. He says sedition.
This debate, this show is not about Rahul Gandhi.
No.
This show is about, this show, 1 minute guys, this show is about whether the university could have simply been left to handle this issue on its own. Did you really need criminal
Democratic
action?
Students Union, which organized
I'm seeing a lot of hands hang on.
Democratic Students Union, which organized the program, is the part of Revolutionary Students Organization, which was banned in Andhra Pradesh since 2004. Let me complete. That was banned by the Congress government in 2004. DSU has the categorical stand on India's disintegration of India in 10 parts. slogans. And how can the
Why-
government of India
I
tolerate
think Professor
someone
Anand
who
Kumar
is
will
raising
get
the
to
slogan
student
on politicization?
जंग
Just
तब
answer
तक
the
जारी
question.
रहेगी
That's
तब
a
तक भारत
misquoted
होगा
fact.
नहीं
Okay,
बर्बाद.
Professor Anand
No, I'll
Kumar.
just answer on the politicization.
Professor Anand Kumar, yeah.
The question which you said I didn't
Yes.
answer. The question is, whenever there are issues, political party like the Indian National Congress, any responsible thing, if it's involving anybody in this country, Rahul Gandhi went correctly. He said, look, take action against anti-national.
I don't want to
These are
discuss
issues.
Rahul
No.
Gandhi,
So
really
you
is
asked
not
me,
the
you
issue.
asked me, why did we
Yeah.
raise it?
I'm
Why
quiet.
did we raise it? Why did we raise it? We
Let's
raised it
come-
because it has
we
to be
will
raised.
come to the politics.
Barkha, small
Now, one
comment.
minute. Prashant and Gaurav have to just wait their turn because Professor Anand Kumar first. Professor Anand Kumar, you've both been a student leader and a faculty union leader at JNU. You've had a long association with it. How do you see what's happening today? How do you separate a discomfort with slogans that ask for the ruin of India with the larger debate around A, free speech, B, university campuses are actually the place where you push the boundary for non-conformism. How far can you take that non-conformism? I like to say if in your 20s you're not non-conformist or in your mid-20s, I don't know when you'll be, but how far do you take that?
Well, in the culture of Jawaharlal Nehru University,
Yes.
such absurd programs have been taking place since time immemorial. But the system is that the next day, those organizations who are opposed to such positions,
Yes.
whether it is Kashmir question, Nagaland,
Yes.
many other things, Tiananmen Square,
Yes.
then they come out with their own pamphlets.
Yes.
And if things go beyond control, then student union is petitioned or is demanded to go to the administration or the chief proctor's office, suo moto takes a view. And then they issue show cause notices.
So you're saying the university should have been left to handle
University has been dealing with such problems since the killing of Charu Majumdar to the other day Rohit Vemula. This has been very unexpected position taken by Honorable Home Minister. They are living in denial as far as the campus life is concerned
now-
because
I'd like
there
to
is
answer him.
Now
there is a
talking about the Home
wave
Minister.
of unrest from Chennai via Pune and Hyderabad to Delhi. If they want to look for the terrorists, if they want to look for separatists, they'll have to inquire and they'll have to take help from the universities. Not only universities, because the venom of
Yeah.
separatism is something which has to be immediately taken into notice. But
Not like this.
arresting the president, he is Kanhaiya Kumar, coming from AISF background, elected in the election in which in the same central panel a boy from ABVP also got elected.
Yes.
That was
And that shows the diversity.
Okay,
That
that
shows the
was
diversity.
Gaurav sitting right here. Before we get Gaurav and Prashant on opposite sides of the ideological trenches, both student leaders from JNU, I want Nalin to look at what happened leading up to Rajnath Singh actually saying that Hafiz Saeed is linked to the
Even
students.
without looking at it, I'm aware.
You-
But I'm happy to look
but,
at it
but,
again.
But people have not seen it. Can we please bring up the fact? This is what happened. It started with the Delhi police actually posting this tweet, which it claimed. Just hold that, please. Of posting that tweet, which it claimed was of Hafiz Saeed, and said, please retweet this. And look, everybody, be careful. Hafiz Saeed is backing
Barkha,
it.
you are not updated. Because Home Ministry has issued a clarification.
Yes.
I have watched on
Yes.
television
Yes.
that Home Minister has not made a statement on the basis of tweet.
I know, I saw that.
Home
Yeah, yeah.
Minister
But
and we
it's a
we
coincidence.
have to
It's a
believe our Home Minister.
coincidence that
He has so many
It's
inputs.
It's a strange
Home
coincidence
Minister
that the
wrote
tweet
it.
came and
You
then
cannot-
made a
you
statement.
cannot
बोलने तो
delegitimize
दीजिए।
your- Barkha, in a democracy,
Look at this BJP
Barkha, in a
government, they see a
democracy,
tweet,
you
it's
cannot
a Twitter
delegitimize
government.
your Home Minister and
Can
Prime
I
Minister.
speak?
Twitter government,
What-
Barkha,
In a
this is the
democracy,
day-
can I
The
speak?
day you will start delegitimizing.
But it's a Twitter
No,
government.
Barkha, Barkha, this is wrong. The way you are
Rakesh ji, how do you know what I'm saying is
It
wrong?
may
How
be
do
a
you
Twitter
know?
government,
They
it's not a
will
tweet
start
government.
delegitimizing Home Minister.
Heard my
Nothing will happen.
question.
You are chaotic state.
heard my question.
Don't promote chaotic state.
एक मिनट, राकेश जी मेरा सवाल तो सुन लीजिए, उसके बाद मुझे अटैक करिए ना, मेरा सवाल तो सुन लीजिए. You say Rajnath Singh ji's comment was not based on this.
Yes.
राजनाथ सिंह को 2 मिनट छोड़िए. दिल्ली पुलिस ने ये जो लगाया है, ये एक फेक अकाउंट निकला, ये अकाउंट अब एग्जिस्ट भी नहीं करता. ये मानेंगे आप? ये दिल्ली पुलिस का
ठीक
ट्वीट
है,
दिखा रही
ठीक है,
है.
हाँ, ठीक है, मान
ठीक
लिया,
है.
मान लिया.
Now you are saying
तो आप कार्रवाई कीजिए.
राजनाथ सिंह.
आप दिल्ली पुलिस के ऊपर कार्रवाई कीजिए.
अरे बाबा ये सुन लीजिए.
कीजिए, कार्रवाई नहीं करेंगे.
देखिए
नहीं,
कितनी
कार्रवाई-
अद्भुत बात है.
The way
कितनी अद्भुत बात है.
This is what happens if you watch Sudarshan channel and other
The
channels.
message you are giving to the world that your Home Minister is
मैं
lying.
कुछ कह दूं?
The Home Minister has given the
maybe he was
clarification.
misled by the Delhi police.
No.
Maybe he was misled by the Delhi Delhi police because the Delhi police clearly misled this.
Why should I
ask
believe you?
them
Why
what
not
are
our
they going
home
to do
minister?
about it?
Acha, okay. Now
Now may I answer?
can you all stop shouting? Now in 30 seconds, I want to go to Prashant
I
and
need
Gaurav
only 30
and
seconds.
Professor Nandini Naseem Trivedi
First,
waiting
he's
very
right.
patiently.
Rakesh ji is right.
Bole,
The Home
bole.
Minister of India is entitled to have and does have multiple sources of information.
So you're saying
You
this
don't take
tweet
it
is not
lightly.
that source?
Everyone is there to criticize
Because
the Home
Sitaram
Minister.
said that the Home Minister did not mention this to
Maybe.
him when they met. That's
Yes,
all.
but the Home Minister may have also got the information subsequently.
Okay.
Mr. Sitaram is not
But so
sitting
you're
in his
saying
room
it's not
24
based on
hours.
Nalin, the same
Okay,
Home
number
Minister
two.
said Pathan
Number two.
operations were
Number
over
two.
before it got over.
Number
Okay,
two.
can we
Number
we will
two,
get the
but-
police commissioner also to come in on this
I'm sure
program.
he'll
But
speak
yeah,
on it. Yes, that's
but in a
right.
while from now, yeah.
But just on the other question, but
Ji.
certainly we don't need a certificate from their former Home Minister who called Hafiz Saeed Saab. And Mani Shankara said,
who's
"Inko
going to
hataiye,
Pakistan?
humko laiye."
Let's talk about
What are
going
you
to Pakistan.
doing?
No, but for a
What are
minute,
you
going to
doing?
Pakistan. Who went to Pakistan? Modi ji
Who
and
did?
Sushma ji.
Yeah.
Come on.
I
सबको
mean,
पाकिस्तान
yeah,
भेजेंगे.
but we
जाते हैं ये लोग.
but we know where he goes.
पाकिस्तान बोले.
But we know where he goes. But we know where he goes. We know where he goes.
आप हमको बोलेंगे.
We know where he goes.
So what? Bus. 1 minute. We'll come through some.
Why are you putting yourself in a tight corner?
And let's let the younger people speak.
Of course.
Okay.
But I'm
Prashant-
quiet most of the time. You think I'm
Prashant is
specific.
with SFI, Gaurav is with ABVP. Let's hear from them. I will start with you, Prashant.
First, I would like to correct Mr. Rakesh Sinha's point which he made. It
Yes.
was not DSU. To everybody out there, it was a handful of students, individual names, if you look at the poster, who are ex-DSU.
Okay.
Now the police crackdown
Yes.
is on an elected democratic leader of the campus. That is Kanhaiya Kumar. The Maoists don't contest elections. You are attacking him because you want to attack the entire student community. And I would like to come to the word anti-national. It started from organizer, it started from Subramanyam Swamy, it started with Bandaru Dattarai on Rohit Vemula, and now it is they are painting entire JNU as
But
anti-national.
Prashant, are you comfortable with slogans?
No, never.
Bolne to dijiye.
sorry.
Are you comfortable with slogans that say that that India will be ruined, that har ghar mein afzal niklega? Okay, there might be Kashmiris in the valley, and I will come to that or come on that to Nalin. That are you going to arrest every Kashmiri in the valley who actually raises such a slogan? Because this is a political problem you will have to deal with. But in campus, at taxpayers' money, at a time when 10 of our soldiers have, died in Siachen, as Lance Naik Hanumantappa is struggling in hospital, there are questions about whether this was appropriate, how insensitive it looked. So, are you, as a left leader, comfortable with those slogans?
Never.
So but wasn't Kanhaiya also there when these slogans were being raised,
I will
as we
tell
can
you.
see in the video?
With the video,
Yes.
two aspects. The program, the Pro Afzal Guru program was at Sabarmati Dhaba. The video which is shown is of the Ganga Dhaba.
But this
See,
is next
now I have to be,
Okay.
he has to be patient to
Okay.
listen to me. The students of the campus, the progressive democratic sections, the SFI, along with the JNU SU, came down in the campus to avoid confrontation. There was police, there was ABVP, there was a situation of confrontation in the campus. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, when Sakshi Maharaj says, I would like Nalin Kohli to respond. He says that those students should be shot. He might say this is freedom of expression, but that is unpardonable for a member of parliament. He should, on behalf of
Or when
BJP.
the ex-OSD of the Haryana Chief Minister says that women protesters are like prostitutes,
Absolutely.
a comment
Totally
he since had to
condemnable.
retract. It's condemnable.
Totally condemnable.
Now, I want Gaurav to come in, but actually we have the police commissioner.
Well, he
BS
asked me a question. I'm happy to answer.
quickly, then
Yeah,
BS Basi
sure.
is online. Why don't you have a
Absolutely.
quick
I'm not
response
going to. There's no way I agree with the comments of Mr. Yadav, which was very derogatory.
and Sakshi
Absolutely.
Maharaj?
And about Sakshi Maharaj, we've also disagreed on Sakshi Maharaj.
Okay.
But whereas Sakshi Maharaj said, I'm going to pull out it and I'm going to destroy India or I'm going to go and shoot somebody. If he feels hurt about Sakshi Maharaj, he should
Just
go
said
and file a
Nathuram Godse
complaint.
was a patriot.
1 minute, go and file a complaint.
He has not gone-
Who
he
stops
has
you?
not- Nathuram
But
Godse
you know
was
what
a
the
patriot.
coincidence?
Okay, I need to move on. I need to move on. I've got
I've
BS.
finished.
Okay,
Just a
okay,
second.
just finish quickly.
You know what
and
the
then-
coincidence is?
Yes.
All communist countries are called democratically elected and their people are called progressive democrats.
Yeah.
I find that so amazing.
Okay, now Police Commissioner BS Basi is on the line, and we also actually have reports that certain students were detained by the police because they looked like JNU walas. Are any of you here? Please raise your hand. You're here. Mr. Basi, first can you clarify for us, Rajnath Singh made a comment about Hafiz Saeed backing some of these students at JNU. Most people believe that was based on a fake tweet that the Delhi police put out. So if we can get that tweet also up. And Mr. Basi, can you clarify why Delhi police retweeted a fake parody account of Hafiz Saeed and use that to claim links with the students?
Barkha,
Yes.
you see, at the outset, I must tell you, this particular tweet
Yes.
was brought to our notice, and this tweet definitely was sinister in nature. So it was considered necessary to educate the youth
Yes.
so that they do not fall prey to such machinations of persons and organizations who are inimical to India.
Yes.
That is why it was retweeted.
But it's turned out to be
say
fake,
that
it seems.
to say that it was a parody tweet or a fake tweet also is, I do not know. If you say it is not the genuine tweet, then
No, that
how can you
Twitter
say
handle doesn't exist anymore. I tried to access it, someone has disabled it.
Obviously, the person has disabled the handle, but fact of the matter is, at that particular point of time, it was essential for us to warn everybody
Okay.
that they should not fall prey to such propaganda.
So is this the input that you have provided to the Home Minister, that he has made this comment on Hafiz Saeed linked to these students? Is this the Delhi police input?
You see, Honorable HM would have got the information from other channels also. But
Okay.
as far as we are concerned, we definitely took a notice of this sinister tweet.
Yes.
And it was essential for us to ensure that people do not fall prey to this sort of propaganda.
Okay, now Mr. Basi, you, the Home Minister assured the opposition that no innocent people would be harassed. I'm sitting with a young man who says that he went to actually see an Urdu Shero Shairi ka festival, and I just want to hear, I want you to hear what happened to him. There was SFI flag or literature in your bag. What happened exactly?
फ्लैग था
फ्लैग था। और आप कहाँ गए थे? जश्न-ए-रेख।
जश्न-ए-रेख था जीएनसी है
और आपका बैग चेक हुआ, उसमें से एसएफआई का फ्लैग निकला, फिर क्या हुआ?
फिर उन्होंने कुछ सुना नहीं अपने कस्टडी में ले लिया
पुलिस स्टेशन
डिटेन हाँ पार्लियामेंट्री स्टेशन
और चार्ज क्या लगाया?
डिटेन किया उन्होंने बोला
पर कुछ तो बोले होंगे
कि हाँ तुम आए हो जेएनयू वाले हो तुम लोग करोगे ये मैंने उन्हें बताया भी कि मैं डीयू से हूँ तो बोला
तुम जेएनयू से हो भी
नहीं हूँ
So now how safe we are?
Okay.
How safe we are?
Mr. Basi, quick response, and Gaurav and Ashish, Nandi and Aseem. Once again, I really have to give equitable time. Mr. Basi, earlier when we were talking, you said aisa kuch hua hi nahi. I've got a student here who says this happened to him. Picking up now students, why? Because they have SFI literature. SFI is not a banned organization. क्यों आप ऐसे कर रहे हैं?
Barkha, the student is telling you also that he was not, he was just taken for questioning and thereafter he was released.
But why was he taken for questioning?
Why was he
And
taken?
Why?
I was told by
was he
your
taken?
reporter that the person was arrested. I denied that and I still deny that.
But he was taken to the police. कितनी देर गए थे आप पुलिस स्टेशन?
4 घंटे के 4 साढ़े
4 hours.
Sir, 4 hours at the police station for nothing but SFI flag in his bag, sir. This is the point we're making, Professor. Mr. Basi, I hope you will at least look into it. Yeah.
उन्होंने मेरा मोबाइल भी उसी समय छीन लिया इवन मैंने उनसे कहा कि एटलीस्ट मुझे किसी को बताने तो दो कि मैं डिटेन हुआ या मेरा ये राइट है कि मैं बताऊंगा एक आदमी को उन्होंने वो भी नहीं दिया
He's a law student. He's a law student.
Okay. Now, Gaurav, very quickly, your perspective, then Professor Nandi and Aseem Trivedi. Yeah.
First question, that why proctoral inquiries are not sufficient.
Yeah.
This is not something that's happening in JNU for the first time. It has been happening at least from 2009, I'm seeing. In 2010, when the 76 Jawans in Naxal attack with Martyard in Dantewada, JNU had celebrated it and welcomed it as People's Victory and had stamped the flag of India.
Yes.
In 2011 on 2013 onwards, we are seeing Beef Pork Festival, Mahishasur Shahadat Divas, where they abuse Hinduism, where they try to disintegrate the unity and harmony of the social harmony of the community. In 2013, they started Afzal Guru Shahadat Divas, from where Afzal Amar Rahe and all such sloganeering has been happening. It's not the first time. Bharat ki barbadi is not first time.
But do you believe the university can handle these issues themselves without police on campus?
No, university has been it has failed to handle it. It has been rising and rising. And very importantly, 2013, Hem Mishra, a student from JNU, was booked and was arrested under Unlawful Activities Prevention Act from the dense forest of Gadchiroli. What was he doing?
Okay, we'll let
these are the things that have been happening. Number two, you are talking about fake Twitter account. Now let me talk about fake video that is being shared, being circulated.
Which says that you raised pro-Pakistan, your group raised pro-Pakistan.
They have already filed an FIR. And it is very shameful that Mr. Arvind Kejriwal He's sharing that, he's retweeting it. Mr. Vishal Dadlani is retweeting it.
Okay,
and
that now there's an inquiry on that video. We will find out the truth of that. Now, what I want to do at this point, because we are on limited time, two people who've actually have faced sedition charges. We actually have Aseem Trivedi, who's a cartoonist, and this was Ajoy. This happened when the Congress was in power. So you know, all governments tend to be intolerant when they want to be. Cartoonists, just because he poked fun at Parliament and parliamentarians. Ashish Nandi has faced a sedition charge for his writings and utterances when the Gujarat government was there. Aseem, your charges against you were dropped. आप इसको किस रूप से देखते हैं जो सारा मुद्दा है?
देखिए, मुझे लगता है कि अभी मैंने कल पढ़ा किसी न्यूज़पेपर में कि विनायक सिंह के ऊपर जब सेडिशन लगा था, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जब ऑर्डर दिया था तो उन्होंने कहा था कि हो सकता है उनकी सिंपैथी हो नक्सलाइट के साथ में, लेकिन इसका मतलब नहीं है कि वो सेडिशन है। उन्हें छोड़ दिया था। ये लोग छूट जाएंगे, कन्हैया छूट जाएंगे, जिनकी बात कर रहे हैं सब छूट जाएंगे इस बयान के आधार पर देखा जाए तो। लेकिन
नहीं एक मिनट, उनको बोलने तो दीजिए।
पूरे टाइम अरे सर प्रसाद पसंद है,
अरे उनको तो बोलने दीजिए।
ये कौन होते हैं? व्यवस्था तय करेगी।
प्रशांत, उनको बोलने दे। असीम बोलिए। असीम बोल,
सोच ठीक नहीं है ना,
अरे
यही तो दिक्कत है।
अरे कोई उनकी बात कोई सुनने के लिए
मैं तो इनसे कह रहा हूँ, असीम जी की तो बात अच्छी है, वो कह रहे हैं।
असीम बोलिए प्लीज।
पर जो चीज़ हो जाएगी, जो हमेशा रहेगी, वो होगा कि एसएफआई के एक स्टूडेंट को पकड़ के तलाशी ले ली जाएगी, या किसी को सिर्फ दाढ़ी और कुर्ता होने की वजह से उसको परेशान किया जाएगा, या कल जो जेएनयू में एडमिशन लेने आएगा उसको घर ढूंढने में दिक्कत होगी, या उसके माँ बाप कहेंगे बेटा तुम्हारे नंबर तो अच्छे हैं, जेएनयू अच्छा भी है पर वहाँ मत जाओ। मतलब तो कुछ है जो परमानेंट हो जाएगा, और शायद ऐसा ही कुछ कश्मीर में हुआ होगा जिसकी वजह से वहाँ ये स्थितियां हैं, या कम से कम तमाम लोग, तमाम लिटरेचर, तमाम सिनेमा इस पक्ष की ओर उजागर करते हैं। तो क्या हम पूरे देश को कश्मीर बनाने की कोशिश नहीं कर रहे हैं? मुझे लगता है कि उनकी बात निश्चित रूप से आपत्तिजनक थी, भारत की बर्बादी तक आपत्तिजनक थी, पर क्या उन्हें जेल में डालना एक सोल्यूशन है, या उन्हें फांसी पर लटका देना? 3 साल राकेश जी, आश्चर्यजनक है। राकेश जी, मैं जो कह रहा हूँ वो भर्सना के लायक, इसके बाद भर्सना कीजिए,
आपत्तिजनक है।
अरे भर्सना कीजिए।
आप सेडिशन की परिभाषा मुझे बता दीजिए। भारत राष्ट्रद्रोह की परिभाषा जानना चाहता हूँ।
राकेश जी, वो परिभाषा पे भी आ जाएंगे।
भारत को बर्बाद करना चाहिए।
मैंने कहा कि ये बात आपत्तिजनक है, पर मैं ये
आपत्तिजनक
वन मिनट। असीम, जहां तक मुझे समझ आ रहा है राकेश जी, राकेश जी कह रहे हैं मुझे ये स्लोगन्स, असीम आप कह रहे हैं ये स्लोगन मुझे ठीक नहीं लगे, बट द आंसर इज नॉट जेल, द आंसर इज नॉट अरेस्ट। क्या बोल?
नहीं, मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि इसका जवाब जेल नहीं था। शायद अगर इसी देश में रहने वाले कुछ लोग जिनके पास देश का पासपोर्ट है, जो इस देश के वोटर है, 18 साल से ऊपर उनकी उम्र है, अगर वो इस देश से किसी भी हिस्से से है और ये सोच रखते हैं, उनसे बातचीत होनी चाहिए, जो हमने कभी नहीं किया है। हमें कम्युनिकेट करना चाहिए, हमें चौंकना चाहिए। अच्छा, हिंदुस्तान के लोग ऐसा सोच रहे हैं, वो नहीं था। अरे पकड़ लो, गोली मार दो। शायद ये तो एबीवीपी करता। स्टूडेंट ने जो किया, उस सरकार की मैच्योरिटी और स्टूडेंट की मैच्योरिटी क्या सिमिलर है? क्या सरकारों
I want Professor Nandi to come in, because by the way we are getting some breaking news. 1 minute, unrelated to this. Can we bring up those shots? There's been a massive fire at the Make in India stage in Mumbai. We have to simultaneously keep an eye on this. Can we have the pictures on? Professor Nandi, if just because you haven't had a chance to speak at all.
No, don't worry about that.
Just a thought on the larger sedition debate before we slip into a break. We'll have to apologize to our audience. We're going to have to turn our focus to this story, and we'll have another program on this. This is live news.
Absolutely.
Can't be helped. I apologize to all of you and ask you for your understanding. Just any last thought you'd like to make, Professor Nandi?
I would like to share something non-controversial.
Yes.
One, according to Pew surveys, I will only give data, not my opinion.
Yes.
Survey, India is the most nationalistic country in the world.
Yes.
The second most nationalist country is Japan, is Bangladesh.
Yes.
And the countries we have, which are what you might call, what is called developed world, and others are all far behind in nationalism. Even Pakistan is somewhere in the middle. So this is the first thing.
Yes.
Second data, at the height of the Vietnam War, when United States was fighting war with a foreign power, as many as 80% of American youth said that they disagreed with the country and opposed the government.
Yeah.
They don't want to contribute to the war effort.
Right.
And if I may also point out this, that in India also parties, there are parties.
Yes.
Yachuri is there and others
Yes,
are there,
yes.
which have been preaching revolution and changing the entire system, including the constitution,
Yes.
from the beginning of independent India. Nobody was worried about it.
And we should not worry
In
now.
Britain, there are 18 Trotskyite parties still talking of
By the way,
revolution.
Britain repealed its sedition
No,
law in
I have not
2010.
heard anybody being
Okay,
arrested.
Nalin, I really do.
No, I
I'm
know.
sorry. I'm going to have to interrupt
think-
this program. I have to go
I know.
back. One sentence. I really, you can
I
see
think
those
a good
shots.
way
I'm not
forward.
able to continue this
A
program.
good way forward would be to, and these students could help identify who are the people who are saying Bharat ki barbadi and hand them for investigation. Why are we getting the whole campus organized? I mean, that's the, they are looking for this. For you must help identify those
Okay, I have to,
students.
please,
But I want to make one appeal.
No, you know what? I have to go to that
One
fire.
very, very
I have
short
to go.
appeal.
I'm really sorry. This is not in my
Barka,
control.
please allow me one
No,
more.
Gaurav,
30 seconds.
Gaurav, please look at what's happening there. I'm not able to. I'm not able to help this right now.
We'll have another program.
I ask my apologies to the panel. My apologies to the audience.